Welcome to DRV Institute of Management. Today, I just want to let you know that I've been receiving great services from Ankita Kaushal. She was referred to me by a person out of Canada, and so far, so good. Every time I need something, I message her, contact her, and she's very responsive. And I really appreciate that because as a business owner and as a customer service expert myself, I look for things like that. And she's providing exactly what I was looking for. So if you are a business owner, I will recommend you to work with her, and she's gonna guide you through and coach and help you with many things. Okay, just wanted to let you know that in business, you sometimes you need a little bit of help to grow. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest who will be talking about very important things that you will need as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. And it is a pleasure to have with me today Ankita. And she is a businesswoman, she is an entrepreneur, she's a great believer of online business, marketing expert, and of course, she's also a wife to a superman. So she's going to be talking with us today, and I hope you will enjoy this insight she's going to be providing. So welcome, Ankita.
Thank you so much, Dario. Thank you for having us. I'm really excited.
Great. Can you tell me about your business and your journey so far?
So I started basically as a digital marketer, and I started back in 2013. So I have the background from science because digital marketing was not taught in schools or in colleges at that time. And so my specialty is social media. So social media was something that was considered for kids to use. It was not a business thing or strategy or nothing like that was there. So I joined company, a local agency, and I started working with them. And yeah, so over the years, I started to explore different sides of me, and I did a bunch of other things on the side. And after 3 4 years, I thought, I'll just work alone and would work on my own business. And that's what I started. I started my agency, and I was offering digital marketing services through Ask League Innovation Technology. And we're in the business for almost 5 years now. And apart from that, I also have my personal business that I'm doing independently, with coaching business that I do for teachers, online coaches, and people, who are willing to share their skills and passion with the world, but don't know how to do it right, how to find the right students, how to set up their business for success. So I help them through this.
Great. And you also have what is that, the eight-figure coach club that you have?
Yeah, so as you know, that online coaching is a $1 billion industry now, and it's even growing every day because we see after the pandemic everything started online. Students were being taught online, so every coaching classes started online. So it's a very good opportunity for anyone. So if you're a teacher and you offer your courses online, and let's suppose you want to teach dance and you want to give it online, what it does is it helps you save time, first of all, because you can be recording your class anytime that you are available. So it's not like, just 6 to 7 class or 5 to 6 class. So it's not like that. You could be doing your own thing. And if you get a chance, you can record it on weekends. And it's also good because you don't have to do over and over again. Because when you're doing a class in an offline setup, you pretty much, dance all the time. And what happens is that when you teach 5 or 6 classes in a row, it's just exhausting. And I know so many teachers who don't feel rested enough, and they want to work hard, but it takes a lot of energy from your body to do that class, and especially for these people who teach dance and who teach singing or fitness routines, aerobics, anything like that. It's very exhausting to teach the same thing again and again and again. And if you what you do is, when you start teaching these skills online, You just have to record it once, and in just give it your best shot and give all the detailed information. And when once you do that, you are able to help everyone over the years for multiple times. You can literally use that class, that few hours spent, to earn money and to generate income for you for life. So it's a good opportunity that we have in the world today, and that's what I want to help the teachers do. And that is what this 8-figure coaching program is. So I'll share the link to get into the VIP waiting list for this course, because right now I'm working on the course, and if the coaches join now, then they'll be participating with me while I'm building this course, which means that all the problems they have, they can discuss, and then I'm going to include it into the course. And we'll be launching it in June. So we'll be having a 1 month program, and in the 1 month I'm going to be holding hands of coaches who will be taking these assignments, and we'll be working on building their business. So that is what it is all about.
Oh, that is so great because so what that means, it will help both the teacher and also the student, right?
Yeah, yeah. So of
Oh,
course, I mean, so for students, how it's helpful is that, for example, if I'm doing full-time job and my passion is in singing, but I cannot do it because youngsters have a lot to deal with, and they have their college fees or maybe their expenses that they have to work for, and they have certain passions they cannot pay for, and they get into this cycle of having to work for money and not for their passion. So when they do find time, maybe it's 10 p.m. In the night, when they have the time to learn this skill that they want, they get this opportunity through the online meeting. So it's a very good opportunity for students to learn and not give up on their passions, which people before our generation maybe had to. They might have to give up their passions because they had to take care of the family. But now we have this opportunity that we can take care of our daily expenses while we work the job, and then we can still keep learning what we want to learn, and we can grow our skills or our work for our passion.
great. So let's say a teacher works for a school or a university, and is there the possibility of any conflict of interest for a teacher launching a course similar to what he or she is teaching?
So far, I don't think so, because it's so new that there are no rules. And when you jump into a market that's new, uh, you don't have the rules, which is the leverage here, because Facebook started out early and it was collecting the data, and it went big, and now the rules have come. So if you go in now, you have a really good opportunity that you might not need that job in some time. So by the time the rules are there, you will probably not need that, because you can grow your business, you can scale your business to a level which will probably it will just give you way beyond that what you were getting from your daily job as a teacher. So if someone's passionate enough to just get into it, and yes, if they can seek permission from the school, then it will not be in a problem in any way.
Okay, so and you mentioned Facebook. So do you have a group? And if so, how can you help those people that would like to join?
Yeah, so what they can do is they can join my community on Facebook. I have this community, and they can join me there. And they can join me on my social media. So I share the regular informative stuff and the tricks, tips, and the news, and all the market updates there. And apart from that, if they want to get onto the step-by-step training program, they can sign up for the 8-figure coaching waiting list for now. And this June, I'm going to be starting working with these teachers with the handheld approach. It's going to be showing them how to do it step by step, which is going to be very good for their business with assignments so that they are answerable to it. They have something, some accountability basically. Because sometimes when you work on your own business, you might take it for granted and not given enough, because you're like, okay, it's fine, and I can delay it because we have the other things, and we just switch to that. But your business is the most important thing for you, and this training program is going to help you a lot.
Okay. And so, how can people reach out to you?
Yeah, I'm available, so you can reach out to me on ankitakaushal.com. That's my website, and for all my social media platforms, the handles are Ankita Talks. So anyone can reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and I'm always available. And people can always call me, and I don't give my number publicly because of all the calls that I receive from people who are not interested in the business actually, and just to talk. So, so you can always book to start with me. I have the consultation option on my website, so you can book in the consultation and share your details with me, and I will give you a call, and we can discuss about what you want to do and what are your plans, what are your goals, because I want to make sure that I am working with people who are serious about their business and who know that building a business does take work, and I want to make sure that I help these people understand the whole scheme of how they can they can use online platforms to their advantage and build a business from it, and not depend on these platforms. Instead, have all the control on their hands.
Okay, and talking about those platforms, technology sometimes can be a challenge for some people. And
Yeah.
what is your take on that? How can someone embrace technology to start coaching or teaching online?
Well, we have seen pandemic pretty much pushed everyone to embrace technology, and now I think people are much more used to it. And yes, of course, if you want to stay ahead in the game, you might want to do a little bit of hard work there, just to learn the technology. Because if you don't, then obviously someone else will, and they will take advantage of that opportunity. And why technology has helped us live in a better world is because now mothers can basically work, and they can coach, and they can teach, and then take care of their babies also. So this is what I've seen, that so many women I have seen, they just stop working because first of all, when they conceive, they're not in the good shape to just go to the work immediately. And even after some time, after a break, not many women are getting back to work, especially in India. In India, I've seen, like, most of my classmates, I would say, 80 out of 100 actually don't work, and they end up becoming a homemaker, which is not bad. But it's if it's your choice, then I respect that. But if it's not your choice and you want to be independent, and you want to be into the world, into the society, working, or maybe doing something of your own, then this is the opportunity where you can do that, and you can share what you know and the skills that you have, your qualities. And even if it's about your thoughts, or if it's about what you believe in, or maybe if it's about your standards of living. So many people teach stuff like massaging. So many people teach stuff like cooking. So it's all opportunity for us all to share what we have, and share what we know, what we have learned over the years, to the with the world, and grow at the same time while helping others grow.
Helping is really important. By the way, what are those things that coaches and teachers can do to start basically building their own businesses? What are
So,
specific things that they should be focusing on?
yeah, so I think this is a quote I heard from a really good businessman I was working with. And he said that complicated costs you money and simple makes you money. So if you complicate the model, it's just going to be very time consuming and overwhelming for you to understand. So you have to keep the simple, keep the things very simple. So if you're a coach or if you're a teacher and if you have a skill, all you have to do is take up your phone and just pick any place that you want to be on. Just start sharing the content, start sharing your thoughts. And once you see, just start reading what the audience is liking, start reading what the audience is asking for. People will comment and people will ask you, and will share their thoughts with you or maybe their questions. And that is the right way to go ahead with that. There is no rocket science. It's very simple and basic. And once you have that, then you can automate a lot of stuff, because then you have a lot of things on your plate. And that's when you go with the advanced stuff and the all the complicated stuff. But I think if you're a coach and if you want to start, if you're a teacher, you just want to start, I think you can just literally do it by opening your phone, or maybe just go to Instagram and create a reel, tell everyone what you feel. And people literally like honesty. People really like people who want to share their heart out, share the things they do, or maybe things they love. And people are ready to listen to you. And most likely, what happens is that people who resonate with you are the kind of people who are your audience, because they're the ones who are watching you and they're the ones who are listening from you. And these are the people you should be serving, because that is the right connection that you find there.
Okay. How about marketing? Should those people have some knowledge about marketing or embrace marketing?
So before you get on to just building the course, it's very important for you to research and know your audience. You should know what your audience is really looking for and what kind of problems they're having. So that all begins with you starting to share content. Because when you make that initiative, that initiation that you take basically helps you enable the other person to reach out to you. So that is when they can start sharing their troubles, problems. And yes, if you are new and just starting out right now, then go for the platforms which are not very well established. So for example, you can join Clubhouse, because it's not very popular or not overly complicated or overly saturated. You can also go for Pinterest if you're blogging, if you have blogs. And now Pinterest has introduced story pins, which is a good feature. So if you're going into any platform which is a slightly older and competitive, then go for the new tools or maybe the new features that are there. So for Instagram, you can go with Reels, because it's slightly new and you do get a lot of exposure. And at this point, when you're starting out, you just want to reach more and more people. So the goal is to just reach people first of all. So just if you're starting from like scratch, and then what you do in the like bigger section, that's what I would suggest you to join the community and the program with me, because that is where I'm going to show you how you can do it, how you can lay it out step by step, how you can make the whole marketing concept so that you are finding the right people all the time, and you're working with the right people, and you are making sure that they are happy.
Some people are a little bit shy in terms of being on camera. They're quote unquote
Yeah.
camera shy. Any advice to those people?
Yes. So by the time this video will be out, you can go to my website, ankitakaushal.com, and check out my latest blog, because that is what I'm working on right now. Because I know there's so many people who are not very comfortable with camera. And, it was like 5 years back, maybe even more, like 7 or 8 years back, I came across this website, which is called W3 WordPress. And this website teaches how you can do HTML. And you know what? There's no screen share. There is no one on camera. It's like typically it's a blog in text website. So blogging is another thing that you can do. You can just write. Then there's another website called WikiHow. So you might have, when you search for something, you might have seen some articles on WikiHow. So it shares step by step, guide and with the screenshots of, how you can get something done. So if you are not very good being on camera, you can do blog and you can set up your website in the blog format so that you're just writing and sharing your information. If that is not your thing, if it's not good with writing, that is fine. You can start with podcasts. You can start audio classes. Podcast is the thing that you can use to your advantage. Start sharing audio courses, which is even better because now your students can actually listen to you when they're driving and they don't have to look at you all the time. They don't have to be on the screen share. But that is something for some kind of session, depending on what kind of thing you want to teach. So if you want to teach dance, then you might, it won't work for you. The audio thing probably won't work for you. But yes, for the blogging, you can still share the moves with the screenshot. So that is something you can get creative with. That totally depends on what kind of skills you'll be comfortable with, what kind of work you'll be comfortable with. Are you comfortable with writing or with the audio or with the video? And then what kind of business you're in. And that's how you figure out how you want to move ahead. And it's not like you have to start with all the platforms. You start with one, and the goal is to build just that one platform, and everything else will just work over time.
What is your typical customer like?
Yeah, so my typical customer is the online coach or teacher who want to not just get into the Zoom calls with one-on-one Zoom calls with clients or their students, but people who want to build an automated system so that once they've teached a class or they have prepared a transformational course, they have their students taking that course over and over the course of time and learning and getting educated and getting their lives changed. So these are the kind of people who are really, willing to put in the effort because it does take the effort and take the time for their own business so that they can, set up their business online and scale their business online and help the students, not just the students they have now, but the people who will be coming in next 3 to 4 years. So they just think long term. So these are the people I usually work with.
How can business owners deal with challenges?
Well, first of all, how I like dealing with challenges, that's what I will share. What happens is when I am stuck with anything, or maybe there's a challenge that comes my way, what I do is I try. First of all, I try reading about it. So if there is anything, any book I can grab where I can find something that happened with someone, and because books is like, they're like ocean of information, and if you're picking a book on a specific topic, you can literally, uh, I think you can literally find the solution of your exact problem, because there's going to be so many variations in there. But if your problem or your challenge is something very new and very different that you've never thought of, then you have to do the A/B testing, which is, again, we call it the trial and error method, which is the best way to deal with new problems because people have not faced it before. And once you figure out the solution, then it's your job to teach everyone else how they can deal with this problem. So if someone else finds that problem, then they have you and get to you and ask you for help.
What is the number one benefit of working with someone like you to get started?
Yeah, so if you do it on your own, you can literally work and do the trial and error if you have the time. But what happens is that most of the time, people have their jobs, and they have their own profession that they're working on, and technology is probably not their skill or not their forte, or maybe not their, cup of tea. And what I do is I help them. I just give them proven systems so that they can use and apply the system to their own brand and own business and just copy the whole system and set up their business that way. And once you do that, and once you start doing that, what happens is that the creativity literally starts flowing from you, and you do get the ideas, and you do have the your share of input into it. And I really allow my students to have some kind of space for their own creativity, because that is what helps making every student of mine different from the other, because they have their part to do, and because they have their section that they can personalize, and they can just make it their own.
Fantastic. Any other thing that you would like to add?
Yeah, so if you are new online, I would just tell you to not get overwhelmed. Uh, I think just work with the right people is good thing to do, and just be with the right kind of networks. And of course, networking these days is through being in the groups and the communities where you can find people like with similar interests as you. And I would suggest you to just interact with your audience, your students, and people, other business owners who are doing stuff like this, because it's just so much of a learning experience, and you get to know so many different people. And if you get a chance, I would highly suggest you all to work with people from different countries, because that is going to break so many myths that you might have in your mind about people from different countries. And this is also going to make the world a closer place and a better place.
Wonderful. Absolutely. What is your opinion about globalization?
Well, honestly, I love it, except the part that we can transfer the diseases very fast now. So apart from that one, I really love the world, speaking one language and being on the same page, because that is what humanity is supposed to be like. And I really love the direction we're going in. And I really think if we take good care of, the environment, and each other, and just be good to each other, and not uh, being racist, or not being biased towards certain group or a society or a country, then this world would be even better place. And I would suggest everyone to just practice love and gratitude, because we here have received so much from people who were here before us, and we're gonna be leaving this world to people who are gonna be coming after us, and we want to make sure that we take good care of this world that we have, and take advantage of every opportunity, and grow every day, because that is my motive of life, is to learn everything new every day. And I also have an Excel sheet where I actually keep all the notes from what I've learned today, and I have the area where I add the files where I learned it from, or any videos or anything, so that I can go back to it when I need it in future. But yeah, that's what I would suggest everyone, to learn at least something, at least one new thing every day, because that's how you're going to be keeping up with the change, and that's how you're going to grab the technology over time, and that will help you and your business survive uh, for this little revolution that is happening. So yeah, I just wish everyone very good luck.
Okay, great. Well, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Ankita, for that wonderful insight you have provided to many people, and I hope they will benefit from you. And those of you, I'm going to be putting that link below, and Kita's contact. Please feel free to reach out to her, email, and the like, and any Skype or Zoom, anything like that you would like to do. And those of you, I hope you enjoy, and subscribe to my channel so you can get more wonderful insights like this. Thank you very much.